Yo, what is good? What is good? What is good, family? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? It's Tavis, man. I'm back. Got another video for y'all, man, because we out here making money in minutes. Now, when we're talking about making money in minutes, we're talking about trading binary options, right? For those who don't know, you can trade binary options 24/7. And that's honestly what really hooked me was that, yo, I can sit here and make money on the weekends from the comfort of my bed, right? I can make money on the weekends from my phone. You feel me? Right? So that's really what, really what pulled me in and really made me want to, go crazy for this and really learn everything there was to learn about this, right? Now, here's the thing though, a lot of people, we use TradingView when looking at our charts, marking up our charts throughout the week, right? However, the market closes Friday evening, at least in the US, and opens up again Sunday evening, right? So you're probably wondering, okay, well, how am I supposed to, look at my charts on the weekends, right? This is where, your different brokers, you can look at the candles on your certain brokers. Personally, for me, on the weekends, I use pocket option simply because the interface for the candles is pretty user friendly. Um, so I tend to use pocket option on the weekends. During the week, I use IQ Send. And again, I'm not, telling you, oh, go, use this broker, right? I'm just letting you know, hey, these are the ones that I use. I know other people that use Vibe Forex, IQ options, platinum options, right? There's tons of different brokers. Really just do your research, pick the one that's best for you, right? So we're going to dive into this, though. We're going to dive into this strategy that I use all the time. But first, I do want to let you guys know, right? For those of you who are new, right? When trading in the foreign exchange market, when trading in any financial market, there is risk involved, especially in this market, right? So what we have to understand before we even dive into this, before we even start, trading, making money, we have to understand that there's risk involved and we need to accept that risk, right? What that means by accepting that risk is being okay with taking an L, right? We don't take losses over here, we just turn them into lessons, right? So we have to be okay with accepting that risk because what we have to understand is we can have a perfect setup, have all of our confirmations for a trade, and we still can lose the trade because the market doesn't care about our feelings. The market doesn't care that we want to make our goal. The market doesn't care that, we took two L's, right? And we want to make back what, we took an L on, a lesson on, right? The market doesn't care about any of that. So we have to just be able to accept the risk, right? When we accept the risk, we have to be able to also stick to our trading plan, right? What that means is, so for me, my trading plan is I plan to make 8 to 10% daily growth in my account every single day, right? If and once I make that 8 to 10%, right, I'm done for the day. I'm not done for a couple of hours. I'm not done gonna eat, shower, and then hop back on. No, I'm done for the day. There's no point in being greedy, right? You'll always live to trade another day, right? So just be done. Be done, right? Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. So just be done, right? But on the other hand, on the other side of things, when I say accept the risk, right? That means for me, when I lose 5% of my account, I'm done for the day. Again, that doesn't mean a couple of hours. That doesn't mean let me, take a breather, clear my head and then hop back on and let's do it again. No, it means I'm done for the day and I wait till tomorrow to hop back on, right? And for the people that follow me, they always, I'm sure they've seen a lot of my profits that I've posted and whatnot. But what they don't see are the lessons that I've taken, right? Right? They don't see that other side of things. And it took a lot for me to really develop into the person that I am. And I want to thank my ET family and I am Academy for that because this time last year I was nowhere near the person that I am today, right? If I was to sit here and trade, if I was the person that I was this time around this time last year, I'd probably be like living on the streets or something, or because I would just be so broke. It would literally be like I would feel like a drug addict when it came to this. I literally would have just kept putting money into this, and any type of money that I got, I would have, continued to put into this, right? Like that's literally how I was when I started this. When I first started making money, right? And I made money my first couple days. I'm like, yo, this is bomb, yo, this is dope. And like, why didn't they teach us this in school, yo? Bruh, I'm gonna get rich. Watch 3 months, I'm gonna be loaded. You feel me? You feel me? It was to the point that I was calling days off of work just to sit home and trade, right? And it got to the point where it started to consume my life, where I would literally sit on the charts all day and just trade and trade and trade and trade. And half the time I wasn't even making profit. I would make some and then lose it, and then stay on there because I wanted to make it back, and I'd make it back and I'd be like, okay, well, let me get a little bit more, and then I end up losing it and then have to make that back. And then it was just a vicious cycle, on and on and on. And then it got to the point where I wouldn't come to work because I took some big L's, and no, I got to make it back, right? Right. I've literally, I've literally took an account from 50 to roughly $750 in a day. And instead of me stopping, instead of me taking my profits, withdrawing, or just being done, what did I do? I kept trading. I'm happy, yo. I'm happy. I'm like, yes, this is insane. Like, let's go. Boom. Gone. Gone. Before the end of the day, gone. Like that. It was gone. And when I tell you that I was sitting there in disbelief, like, did I really just I couldn't, like, I was literally at a loss for words, to the point that, it really just ruined my entire mindset to, you know, it was just bad. It was just bad. And then it got to the point where it was like, yo, well, the fact that I saw that amount of money, right? I can get there again. So every bit of money that, that was coming in, I was just throwing into my trading accounts, right? I was just throwing it into it. I'm like, bro, let me flip this. It's cool. I can flip this. I can flip this. And it was just a vicious cycle. It was like I'd make some, make some, make some. And then instead of stopping, I keep going. Boom, it's gone. Like that. Like that. So what we have to understand is we need to accept the risk, yo. I just wanted to share that because, a lot of people, they'll see the profits that I post, and they, like I said, they don't understand, the other side of things. It's like, yo, I've been there, right? I've been in, the trenches where I take huge L's. I've been undisciplined, right? I've been greedy, right? And then, greed is sort of a thing that, I still struggle with from day to day. We're human, right? Right. I literally have to, when I hit my goal, I literally have to shut my laptop, because if not, I'll be like, I can just take one more trade, right? And then I win. Oh, okay, I can take one more, right? Right. And I'm like, bro, this is too easy. Let me just take one more, right? And let me get a big bag this time, right? Boom, and that's the trade I end up losing. And I'm sick. Then I'm sick, and then I'm like, okay, let me. I can make this back. Let me just make this back to where it was, right? All right. So I'll over leverage a little bit. Boom, I lose that trade too. Dang, now I'm real sick. All right, I'm. Look, I could go on and on and on, but like, I just want y'all to understand that, like, this is real, and there's risk involved, and you just need to develop your mindset to become disciplined and really stick to your plan. That's how you're going to succeed in this market. That's how you're going to be consistently profitable, right? And a lot of people may think that I'm just talking out of my, wahoo, the rear end. I'm trying to watch my language, you feel me? But uh but it's real, man. We're human. We've all been through it, right? And the success doesn't come without failures, right? Right. But around here we don't fail. It's all lessons. And that's how, I had to look at them was, yo, okay, so what do I have to do, right? What do I have to do to change my situation, right? To change my outcome, right? Because I can't keep sitting here losing money, right? Right. So I really had to change my situation. And now it's just, it's been insane. And I've been able to help others, and, just really have them learn from my mistakes, right? And that's all that I personally care about, right? Is that I make an impact on people and make sure they don't make the same mistakes that I make, right? Right. So let's dive into this now, right? All right, so we got this strategy right here, right? It's called You Know the Vibes. You already know, and I'll have this published so then you'll be able to search it up and you'll be able to click this and this will automatically populate. So you'll have all the indicators and everything, right? All right, so we've got our Bollinger Bands, right? We've got our Bollinger Bands, and we have our 200 EMA, which is the purple line. We have our 50 EMA, which is the yellow line. We have our parabolic dots right here, right? And then these gray and these green arrows, these are fractals, right? So if you've watched my past videos, you know that I like to use the fractals. I like to use the break and retest strategy. And now this is kind of going to go a little bit more in depth and just have some extra confirmations for you. Um, so now this strategy does require patience, right? Does require patience. And I also added to where these arrows will pop up. It'll, as you can see, it'll say put, right? When it's above, let me get rid of this real quick. When it's above the moving averages, you'll see that you have call arrows. You can see here, right? You got call arrows, right? All right. So first thing we're looking for, right? First thing we're looking for when it comes to this, okay? I'll actually come over here. First thing we're looking for, right? We want to ask ourselves if we're looking for potential buys, right? If we're looking for potential buys, right? Are the candles above the 200 moving average? So are the candles above the 200 moving average? So it's my purple line. Are the candles above my 200? Yes. All right. Next one. Are my candles above my 50 moving average? Are my candles above my 50 moving average, my yellow line? Yes, they are. Awesome. All right. So look, you already got, two confirmations for a potential buy right there. Right there. Now, another thing you're going to ask yourself, is my 50 moving average above my 200 moving average? Okay. So you see, my 50 moving average is above my 200 moving average. So boom, you got 3 confirmations right off the bat, right? Another confirmation for a potential buy are my parabolic dots below my candles, right? So you see here, parabolic dots below the candles, right? Then you got some on top, but look, got these on bottom, cool. Some on top again, then you got them on bottom, back in that uptrend, right? Right, and you see here, that's when the call arrows happen, right? So what we need to understand is when you see these call arrows and these put arrows, that does not mean take every single one of them, right? You want to make sure that you have every confirmation. These are just a guide to help you, right, under certain conditions. So as you can see here, right, these arrows, these call arrows, the only way that they will pop up is if your candles are above both of your moving averages and also above your parabolic dots, right? So now that we have those confirmations, it's potential buy, right? This is what we're going to do, okay? That's what we're going to do. So now we find our fractal point, right? So we find our green fractal points for potential buys, right? Our green fractal points, they just indicate the highs in a span of 5 candles. It indicates the highest high in a span of 5 candles. So you have a fractal point right here, right? You got a fractal point right here, okay? So then you mark that, right? Because this is the high, the highest high within the 5 candles. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, this was the highest high, right? Okay, So now that we have our fractal marked off, because we're looking for potential buys, right? Because we're looking for potential buys, what we're going to look for is you want for the candle to break and close above this fractal, this line right here, okay? You want it to break and close above that fractal, right? So, you see this candle, right? This candle right here, it broke and it closed above our fractal line, so our resistance line, right? Cool. So now what? Okay, after it breaks, now we wait for a retracement candle, right? A retracement candle. So a retracement candle is simply just a candle that's going in the opposite direction, right? So since we're looking for buying opportunities, right? Then a retracement candle is going to be a bearish candle or a selling candle, right? So look, okay, another bullish, up. We got our bearish candle right here, okay? So we've got our retracement candle. This gray candle, we've got our retracement candle. Okay, cool. Now what do we wait for, right? Now we wait for a confirmation candle. And what a confirmation candle would be is it would just be a candle going in the direction that we want price to go. So since we're looking for potential buys, our confirmation candle is going to be a bullish candle, right? It's going to be a bullish candle for a potential buy. And boom, right here, you've got a bullish candle and you have the call arrow, right? Now, when we take trades, we use the 3-candle rule, okay? So what the 3-candle rule is your time expiration is going to be 3 candles, okay? So right here, this is just an example. We're on a 15-minute time frame, which means each of these candles represents 15 minutes. So this is 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, right? So 3 candles is going to be 45 minutes, right? So if you were looking on this 15-minute time frame, which I typically don't, I look on the 1 minute or the 5 minute. But you would take this for 45 minutes, a 45-minute trade, right? Right. Okay, so you see here, you got your confirmation candle. So now if you want to go back to our confirmations, right? Ask yourself, when this candle's forming, right? That's when you'll sit here and be like, okay, let me make sure, right? The candle is above my 200 moving average, right? Now, is the candle above the 50 moving average? Yes. Okay, cool. Is the 50 moving average above the 200 moving average? Yeah, cool. All right. Is the candle above my parabolic dots? Yep, sure is. Bet. All right. And is the confirmation candle closing above the previous pivot point or the previous fractal? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Now, essentially, you could go in for a buy, but wait, look what we have here. What we have there. You got another fractal that appeared, right? And remember, when we talk about fractals, it's the highest point, it's the highest high or the lowest low within 5 candles, right? So it's always going to be the middle candle of those 5. So once this confirmation candle formed, this fractal also appeared, right? This fractal it's set in stone. So you know what that tells me? I'm not even going to enter the trade. I would not enter this buy, right? The reason I would not enter it is because after this candle formed, this fractal's there. It's not going anywhere, right? Because it's the highest point within 5 candles. And typically when that happens, the trades don't usually turn out, and go the direction that you want it to, in my experience. So when I see this, I stay out the trade. Now, if this fractal point wasn't here, yeah, by all means, as soon as this confirmation candle closes, you go in for that 3 candle buy, right? Right. And essentially you most likely, would have won if this fractal did not appear, right? But since it did, this trade is no longer valid, right? It's not a good trade. I would not take it, just because in my experience, those trades tend to go the opposite way, or you get spiked out. It just happens. So I tend to stay away from it. So then what do? We're still above these moving averages. So then I just move my line up to the most recent fractal point right here. And I'm just waiting for price. I'm waiting for a candle to close and break above it, right? And every time another fractal appears, I move it down to the next most recent fractal. Now, what you do have to understand, right, is these fractals will appear, but sometimes they won't stay, right? So say when this candle was forming, right? This candle was forming, this fractal may have appeared. But remember, the fractal is the highest high or the lowest low within 5 candles. So what could potentially happen is price could still come back up here and break this structure. So then this fractal will disappear because it'll no longer be the higher high, right? Because the fractals happen within 5 candles and it's always going to be on the 3rd candle. So these would be the 4th and 5th candles. So you would always have to wait for your 5th candle to close to see if your fractal will be valid, right? Now, and I mean, I'll show you examples of that as well. Now, we just keep, we keep going down the line, right? It's just the patience game. It's just the patience game. We're still looking for buy opportunities, right? Still looking for buy opportunities. Just keep going. Just keep going. And we're not even worried about these gray fractals, because these gray fractals, those are what we'll pay attention to when we're looking for potential sells, right? Those are what we'll pay attention to when we're looking for potential sells. All right, and we just wait. Oh, actually, this one got a fractal right here. So then I'll move it down here. Okay, now we wait. Up. Price broke and closed right here. All right, now we're in there. All right, we got a bullish candle, another bullish candle, another bullish candle. And then we've got our gray retracement candles, right? Got our gray retracement candles. Okay. And then what happens? Up, these fractals form, right? Fractals form. So we were waiting on a trade. This fractal is invalid. So because these fractals form and it's after 5 candles, we just move it back up, right? All right. And then look, so this has a call arrow, right? It says a call arrow. When you see these call arrows, you may see the call arrows or put arrows appear when the candle's forming. You always want to wait for the candle to close. However, like I said before, just because these are call arrows does not mean to go in for a buy. You want to make sure you have your confirmations, right? And we don't have our confirmations yet because we haven't gotten that retracement candle. So we see price broke and closed above our resistance line, right? Our previous fractal. And now we're waiting for that retracement candle. So we got a bullish candle, and then boom, you got your retracement candle. Now, since you got your retracement candle, what are you waiting on? Another bullish candle, right? That's your confirmation candle. And boom, yes, it's a doji, but it's a bullish doji. So you see you got your call arrow too. So then as soon as this closed, you would go in for a 3 candle buy. So since we're on the 15-minute time frame, you go in for a 45-minute buy, right? And it's because this candle closed above this fractal point as well. So boom, 1, 2, 3, you would have been deep in profits clear. Just like that. Just like that. Right? Now, let's keep going. Let's keep going, right? Okay, so we got a fractal point up here. Boom. Right? We're still waiting for price to break and close above it. See, you got this green, you got this call arrow, but you're not going to take it. You're not going to take it. Why? Because price hasn't even broke above our fractal point yet, right? So we're just going to keep waiting. Oh, we got another call arrow, but we're ignoring it because price hasn't even done what we wanted to do yet, right? This is all about being patient and sticking to your rules, right? Right? Okay. Nope. Price still hasn't. Another fractal. Okay. Cool. All right. We're still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. Oh, look at that. Another call arrow, but we're not going to take it, right? We're not taking it. Right? And see, just to show you, this is what would have happened. So this candle would have closed. If you would have entered a 3-minute buy, you would have lost that trade. Right? This is why you don't just take the arrows. This isn't cash trap. Like you can, I'm not even going to tell you you can take the arrows sometimes, right? I'm literally telling you that they're just an aid, a guide, right? So we need to make sure that we have our confirmations, right? All right, so cool. We got this candle. It broke and closed above our line, right? Cool. Now we're waiting on our retracement candles. Okay, we got our retracement candles, and then we've got a confirmation candle. But wait, look where it closed. Our confirmation candle closed below this fractal line, right? Our resistance, it closed below it. So not only does that make our trade invalid, but also this new fractal point appeared. So again, it makes our trade invalid. So you have a call, right? But if you would have entered that trade, 1, 2, 3, you would not have cleared that trade, right? You would not have cleared it, right? And I would not have taken it, right? Because price closed below our resistance line, price closed below it, and a new fractal has appeared. And this would have been the 5th candle. So because I would have saw that, boom, now we move it up here, right? And we're just waiting, right? And you just continue to do that. You continue to do that, right? Nothing, got a fractal point, so I can move it down here, right? Another fractal point, move it right here. And the whole time these candles are above this 50 moving average and 200 moving average, and your 50 is above the 200, then you're looking for buys. We don't even care about sells. We don't care about sells right now unless the candles are below my 2 moving averages, right? So, okay. Boom. So we got this. We got this candle right here. It broke and closed above it, right? Okay. So we got price going in that direction. Then we have a retracement candle. Then we're just waiting on a confirmation candle. You got a confirmation candle. We have a bullish candle. So that's a confirmation candle. Look, it closed above our resistance line, closed above our fractal point, right? So now you go in for a 3 candle buy, 1, 2, 3. You would have cleared that trade. You would have cleared that trade. This is the beauty of just being patient. And look, if you would have saw that, okay, you would have been waiting for this to form. So while you're waiting for this candle to form, you would have been looking, making sure your confirmations were still good. Are my candles above the 50? Yes. Are my candles above the 200? Yes. Is my 50 above the 200? Yes. Are my candles above the parabolic dots? Yes. All right. So you would have, and is my candle closing above my resistance point or my fractal point? Yes. And is this a confirmation candle? Yes. So as soon as this would have closed, plus you got that arrow, boom, a 3 candle buy, and you would have cleared that trade, right? You would have cleared that trade. Sheesh. Right? And then you just keep going down. You keep going down. You can do this on any time frame with any pair, right? Even if you want to do this with OTC pairs, right? You want to do this on OTC pairs on your broker, you can do that as well. But just remember, you can't use TradingView when it comes to OTC pairs because OTC is broker's price, and so it does not correlate to the market price. So just be, you know, be cognizant of that, right? However, you can set up these same indicators on your, on any broker that you have. Even on Pocket Option, I've set it up on there. I just literally set up the parabolic dots, keep them as default, right? I set up fractals, keep them as default. Set up a 200 moving average and a 50 moving average, and I set up my Bollinger Bands, right? And if you ever wanted to, know the values for all of that, right? They'll all be in here. All be in here. You can literally the basis and everything. This first part, these first three are your Bollinger Bands, right? Then you got your moving averages. Then you got your parabolic dots, right? And your fractals are simply just the way they come. They're just the default setting, right? So now I would just continue to do this, right? Continue to do this. All right. Wait. Just waiting for it to break. Okay. This candle broke and closed above it, right? Cool. Cool. We got a retracement candle right here. It's above the moving averages. The 50 is above the 200. The candles are above the parabolic dots, right? You got a confirmation candle, so this would have formed, right? Now this is one of those instances, right? Okay, so this candle would have formed. This fractal would have been right here. Plus you would have had that arrow, right? This is one of the instances when you could have taken a 3 candle trade and you would have cleared 1, 2, 3, right? You would have cleared that. And I mean, that's entirely up to you to take those, right? It's entirely up to you if you want to take those trades. Typically, if the candles are hugging these Bollinger Bands, as you can see here, that's another confirmation that price is going to continue in that direction. So assume that's why price went up. Plus, you have about 2, 3 doji candles in a row. This isn't necessarily a doji candle, but it's pretty close. So essentially, you could have taken that and you would have won that trade. But for me, I would not have, just mainly because I like to stick to my rules, right? I don't like to be uncertain and assume, oh, well, hey, it's going to go up. It could definitely go up. Like, no, I don't want to have to guess about a trade. I want to have confidence, right? That's what you need to do when trading, right? When you enter trades, you need to be confident in your trade. You need to be able to trust your trade. You shouldn't have to sit there and enter a trade, and then when it goes out of profit, right, you're sitting there having an anxiety attack because you wanted to go up. Just, come on, just push up, just push up, just push up. Like, no, you shouldn't have to be like that. You should be able to enter a trade, go do what you need to do for 3 minutes, 15 minutes, 45 minutes, however long your trade is, right? Be able to do what you need to do rather than, oh, come on, push up, push up, push up. No, we're snipers out here, right? We're snipers in this market. So we want to make sure that, we're not sitting there, staring at a trade. We should just be able to be comfortable. And then if we do end up taking an L on the trade, taking a lesson, that's okay. That's okay. It's all right, right? So then you would just keep doing that, right? You would literally just keep doing that. So boom, got here, it broke and closed. All right, you got a retracement candle. Boom, you got your confirmation candle. It's above the dots, above the moving averages. And you got your arrow. Go in for a 3 candle buy, 1, 2, 3, you would have cleared that trade, right? Right? So that's like what, 3 for 0? 3 and 0 right now? Like, I'm telling y'all, this is insane, okay? So now I want to quickly show you guys, I don't want to keep y'all too long, right? I want to quickly show you, what it would look like for sells, right? For sells, okay? So for sells, right, we're going to ask ourselves a couple of questions, right? Are the candles below my 200 moving average? Yes, they are. Candles are below my 200 moving average. Okay, next question. Are my candles below my 50 moving average? Yes. All right. Is my 200 moving average, well, okay, let me rephrase it. Is my 50 moving average below my 200 moving average? Yes, it is. Cool. Are my candles below my parabolic dots? Yes, they are. All right. So now we're looking for selling opportunities, right? We're looking for selling opportunities, right? So in order to do that, we do the same thing that we were doing with the buy opportunities by marking off these fractals. But instead of the green ones, marking off the gray ones, right? Marking off the gray ones. So we'll just start here, okay? And we're waiting for price to break and close, all right? Price broke and closed, okay? You got your retracement candle, right? You got your confirmation candle. Boom. 1, 2, 3. You would have cleared that trade in 3 candles, just like that, right? Would have cleared that trade. Now, there is something that, I want you to pay attention to, okay? So when a candle breaks and closes, right, and then the very next candle is a retracement candle, right? I would be very, very careful in taking those trades, right? Because there are times if you get a retracement candle immediately after the candle that broke structure, I would say 7 out of 10 times you will not clear the trade, right? Just in my opinion, I tend not to take these. The only time that I will take them, right? The only time that I will take them is never. I tend not to take them just because of my luck with them. But if you would have saw this, you would have gotten your confirmation candle, right? Because you would have wanted your selling candle because you wanted to go in the down direction, right? So you would have wanted your bearish candle. We've had that. And then you would have entered the trade for 3 candles. 1, 2, 3. You would have cleared, right? You would have cleared. You would have cleared. However, I just tend not to take those trades, right? So now we just move it down. Okay. Move it down. Waiting for price to break and close. Okay, look, price broke, closed. All right, came down again. Boom, we got our retracement candle. And now we've got a bearish candle. So we've got our confirmation candle. You would have entered a 3 candle sell. 1, 2, 3. Boom, you would have cleared that trade. You would have cleared that trade, right? 3 candles, right? And then you just continue to do that, right? Continue to do that. So move it down to this next one, right? Wait for price to break and close. Okay. Price broke and closed. Awesome. But then we have our retracement. We have our retracement candle. It's broken, closed above, our support line, right? Okay. So now we wait for our confirmation candle, which we have a confirmation candle. However, the confirmation candle closed above our support line, right? We want it to close below the support line, but it closed above it. So we're not even going to enter that trade and see if some people would see this arrow and they'd be like, oh, I've got a confirmation candle and go in for a 3-candle sell and 1, 2, 3, you wouldn't have even been close to clearing that trade, right? So you want to make sure that your candle, your confirmation candle, closes below, right, your support or resistance that you marked off according to your fractal, right? So then you just continue to go. Continue to go. Boom, nothing. Then you got a fractal right here, right? Just keep going. Just keep going. Right? Right, okay. So you see here, candle closed below, candle closed below our support level from our fractal, right? You got a retracement candle, right? Then you've got a confirmation candle. Then 1, 2. Then depending on how this candle closes, which if this does what we want it to do, right? This candle should technically close below this line right here. So this 478 in roughly 12 minutes, this candle should close, but we're not gonna wait that long. Don't want to, do that to you guys. But I do want to run through this with you real quick. I just want to do an example. See if I can show you a live trade, right? See if I can show you a live trade if this is going to let me. All right. Give me a second. Cool. All right. Awesome. 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 All right. So you see here, even on pocket option, I have my, strategy set up, right? So my computer's running a little slow due to having Zoom up. So hopefully it will let me do this. Does not look like it. That's cool, man. That's real cool. That's real cool, man. Gotta get a new processor for my computer. All right, because you can't be having that. All right, so you got this right here, and price closed above it. This candle. Price closed below. My bad, I said above. Price closed below our candle, right? So let me move this. All right, so we got our 50 moving average. Our candles are below the 50. Our candles are below the 200. Our 50 moving average is below our 200, right? And our candles are below the parabolic dots. So I'm looking for sell opportunities, right? Right. So marked off my fractal point. You see price closed below it. Then we've got a retracement candle. And now it just looks like price is going to continue going up. And you see here another fractal form. So we would wait for this candle to close. because you never know. Price could come down here and make a new lower low, and this fractal would no longer exist, right? But I I assume price is going to stay up here. So for now, we'll just move it down here. We'll move on to another pair. I do just want to show y'all at least one trade before, you know, before we get done with this. I know it's been a pretty long call, but so let's see that my 50 moving average is above my 200 moving average, right? My candles are above both of these moving averages, plus my parabolic dots are below my candles, right? So I marked off my fractal point. I'm gonna wait for price to close above this, wait for a retracement candle, then I'll go in for a 3-minute buy if this plays out the way that I would like it to. Mm-mm. Probably gonna make it run even slower. Yep. I got the pinwheel of death. Boy's got to get a new processor. Jeez. Yeah, we're not even about to mess with it. That's just about to make it slow. Slow, and we can't be missing these trades, man. Can't be doing that. It's awesome. Awesome. Now we wait. Just waiting for a retracement candle. We're waiting for a bearish candle, our retracement candle. And then once we get our retracement candle, we want price. We want a confirmation candle. So we want a bullish candle, and we want it to close above this resistance line. So this fractal point line, right? And then if it does that, then we're going to go in for a 3-minute buy, right? Why am I doing 3 minutes? Because I'm currently on the 1-minute time frame. So 3 candles equals 3 minutes, right? So let's see, let's give me a good retracement candle. Give me a good retracement candle. Let's end this night on with a bang, with a freaking bang. Let's go. I would not be surprised if price continued to drop just because there was a double top right here. So seeing this double top, this is more than likely probably a stop hunt that's happening where they're collecting liquidity, you know, for people, and then it may drop. But we just need that confirmation candle. We just need that confirmation candle. Come on, baby. Give me a good one. Give me a good one. What's that? Silver. All right, we'll come back to that. See how that plays out. I can't believe how slow my computer's been. Ah. Oh, we could have a potential sell on this one. Lovely, lovely. So I'm going to move this right here. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Come on. Come on. Close above for me. Close above. I'm gonna do a low risk one. All right, so it did not close above. Plus this fractal appeared, so just moving that up there now. Just moving that up there. See, and yes, this was a confirmation candle, but it did not close above our support line that we marked off. So we had all our confirmations. You know, the candles were above this, above the two moving average lines. The candles were above our parabolic dots. The 50 moving average was above the 200 moving average. And we had our confirmation candle. The only thing that it did not do for us is it did not close above that line that we had marked off for that fractal point. So that is why I did not take that trade, right? That's why I did not take that trade. All right, cool. So we've got this candle right here. It closed below this line. And now we are just waiting for a confirmation candle. Just waiting for a confirmation candle. Once we get that confirmation candle, well, I'm sorry, we're waiting for a retracement candle. So we're waiting for a bullish candle to appear and then waiting for our confirmation candle. So then we're going to be waiting for a bearish candle. Once that bearish candle forms after a retracement candle, if it closes below this line, then we're going in for a 3-minute sell, a 3-minute sell. And most of these payouts are 80%. So I'm going to be risking $10. So 80% of 10 is $8. So we'll be making $8 if we win these trades, if they ever want to happen for me. So this is what I'm talking about. It just takes patience, you know. And personally, you know, I've traded OTC pairs for a while. I know a lot of people tend not to like them, but I've been, you know, I've really been grinding and working on a strategy that will work, you know, for any pair. So it just takes patience, man. It just takes patience. Oh, come on. I wish playing music didn't make my computer slow. I know y'all probably tired of listening to just complete silence, but all right, cool, cool, cool. So we back to silver. All right, so it broke and it closed above our fractal line, right? Now we're just waiting for a retracement candle. So we're waiting for a bearish candle for this, and then a bullish candle after that, right? Bullish candle after that. Oh man. Come on, give me that retracement candle, baby. You know, I just want to show you all this. Remember we were looking at this? If you would have took this for a 3-minute sell, if you would have gotten a better entry, right? You would have cleared. You necessarily probably you wouldn't have cleared if you entered as soon as this candle had closed. However, when it was up here, if you have a rollover feature, that's when I would have rolled over. If it's not in profit after the first minute and 15 seconds, I roll over just to be safe, right? So I mean, in like 45 minutes, that's when you could tell if it was going to clear or not. We're obviously not going to wait that long because I feel like we've already been on here for about, you know, 45 minutes. So come on. Yes, sir. Now we just need this confirmation candle. All right. We just need the confirmation candle. All right. So we just need a confirmation candle for this one as well. If this closes as a bullish candle, I'm going in for a 3-minute buy, right? 3-minute buy. Hmm. This closes as a bearish. I'm gonna go in it for a 3-minute sell. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to switch back fast enough, but we'll get it popping. Up, 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 up. Oh, all right. So that's another retracement candle. So now we still wait for bullish candle to form. Come on, up, and that was another retracement candle as well. All right. So now we're waiting for a bearish candle to form. Hmm. But now I probably would not take it because this fractal disappeared. I don't know if you can see it. So what I'm going to do, I'll move this down here. Give me a bullish candle, baby. Let's go. Let's fly. Silver to the moon. Yo, I'm going to take a low risk one just to show y'all how it would play out. I'm not about to sit there and be like, oh. All right. So boom. Come on. 3-minute sell. Right? And silver. Come on. Oh, come on. My computer's so slow. I hate this. All right, so I got in for a 3-minute buy. And that is sinking. Sinking. Mm. Jeez, well, this one is deep, deep in profits. Deep in profits. So, oh, I didn't even pay. That's crazy. These parabolic dots are on top now because of this one stupid candle. It's all good though. We trust our trade.com around here. Personally, I could have gotten a better entry when it dropped down here, but you know, I took the trade and I just gotta trust my trade and accept the risk, right? Just gotta trust my trade and accept the risk. It's just moving. My computer's just slow. I do not like this today. Don't like this today. It's like I'm in profit in here. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Yo, like, look, my computer's just slow. I'm so sorry. Apparently, I'm just doing too much. Feel me? Mm-mm. Give me some ups. Got about 30 plus seconds before both these trades expire. Silver up. We're getting up there. We're getting up there. It's playing around my entry. Silver's playing around my entry. Looks like I'm going to clear Brent, though. I'm going to be deep in profits in Brent. Big push up. Big push up, baby. Yep. See, I should have got a better entry right here, but that's okay. That's okay. We took that L and we took a dub. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll definitely take that. So, excuse me. That's pretty much, the strategy for the most part, right? I mean, this is what I use. This is how I've been flipping my accounts, compounding my accounts, right? As you see here, this was a huge drop, right? This was a huge drop. So you could have gotten a better entry, right? You could have got a better entry and boom, you would have been deep in profits. So, we had our confirmation. It was all good. I really should have just, taken another entry, but, I just wanted to show you guys what would happen. You know, so this is, I just wanted to show you, I accept the risk and I did, I did what I did. As soon as I saw this drop, I knew I should have taken another entry, but I didn't. I didn't, and that is perfectly okay. I'm cool with that. But if you would have came down here, you would have taken another one. Boom, you would have been deep in profits, right? Even if you had a rollover feature and you saw it drop and it closed down here during the first minute, boom, you could have rolled over just to be safe. You'd be deep in profits. So that's the strategy. Like I said, man, if you got any questions, anything like that, you want me to explain anything more, feel free to hit me up. To all the family that's going to be in ATL this weekend, you already know the vibes, man. I'm so excited to see y'all all. So excited to meet all of y'all. Man, let's run it up. You feel me? I can't wait to see every single one of you at the top because it's getting way too crowded and claustrophobic at the bottom. So let's fucking go. Sheesh. You know the vibes. Yes, sir.